Hey YouTube, it's Zoe or Read by Zoe, and today I'm going to do my September and October wrap-up. Even though I am putting these 2 months together, I still only have 4 books to share with you all, which is a little sad, but also I have been traveling a lot, and I have been doing a lot of schoolwork. It's been very, very busy, so it's okay that I haven't read that many books, and I am getting more into reading now, so my November wrap-up should be a little bit bigger than this wrap-up, hopefully. Let's cross our fingers, but let's just get on with this video. The first book I read was Carrie by Stephen King. This is the first Stephen King book that I've ever read, and I chose it because I have heard a lot of good things about it. It's been adapted into a movie 2 times, the latest one with Chloe Moretz. When I put that I wanted to read it on Goodreads, I got a lot of responses that were like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you're reading it. It's one of my favorite books. So I was really excited to get around to it, and I thought it was just okay. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's about this girl named Carrie, obviously. She learns that she is telekinetic, which means that she can move things, she can make things happen with just the power of her mind. And she also has this very overbearing and overprotective mother that doesn't let her do anything because she has her own moral values, and she's kind of like a cult leader. She makes sure that Carrie doesn't know anything. She's totally in the dark. She says that so many things are sins and she shouldn't do it, so she is just not a really good mother. Carrie tries to get revenge on her mother and also her classmates that are bullying her. She just has a really hard life. Everyone is kind of against her, so she just snaps. This book was more sad than it was scary. Carrie has a really hard life. I was expecting to be a little bit more scared since he is like the master of horror thriller books, but this was his first book, so I'm sure he's honed his craft since then, and I hear that a lot of his other books are way scarier. Then I read The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. I'm really sorry, I don't know how to say his first name. I had to read this for class and I thought it was pretty good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's about this aging butler named Stevens. He works as a butler in a great big old English house named Darlington Hall, and before World War II he worked for Lord Darlington, who was a very esteemed and highly regarded man in the English society, and he also had some impressive political ties. But after World War II, everyone is pretty anti-aristocracy, so Lord Darlington, he falls, and the house is bought by a newly rich Englishman who wants to have this authentic English house with an English butler. He writes this all as if it was a diary, but it's not like a typical diary because he's even hiding some of his true feelings in the diary. Sometimes he lets a few of his feelings slip through the cracks, but the whole time you think he's just talking about mundane butler activities like polishing the silver and making his staff chart thing, but he's really talking about much deeper issues. I didn't really catch it the first time around, but we talked about it in class, and I really understood that this is not just a surface level book. You really have to dig deep to understand what it's about, and the ending is just really sad. It makes you feel a lot of things. I really recommend it, and I want to see the movie with Emma Thompson because I love Emma Thompson, and I want to see how they adapted this book since a lot of his feelings are hidden in the book. The third book that I read was Mini Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. This is the 6th book in the Shopaholic series, and obviously I've read all of the other ones. This one wasn't my favorite. I feel like Becky hasn't really progressed as a character that much. She definitely changed as a character in the first couple of books. I still love Becky. She's really funny and she's very witty and smart, and she is a good person. I feel like I need to take a little break from this series because I read the first couple of books like back to back to back, and I was really into it, and this one wasn't as amazing as the other ones. I still gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I do really like Sophie Kinsella's writing style, but this wasn't my favorite book in the series. Luckily, Sophie Kinsella has written other novels, so if I'm missing her writing style, I can just pick up another one of those, so I don't have to pick up the next book in the series if I'm not feeling it. But I know that I'm going to finish this series. I'm going to get caught up. And the last book that I read in September and October was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I borrowed the book from one of my roommates because I recommended the book to her, so she bought it and read it and was gushing over it. I'm really happy that she really liked it. But her talking about it made me think about the book, and I knew that I really liked it, but I kind of forgot a few of the details that she was talking about, so I thought that it warranted a reread, and I read it so quickly I forgot a lot of it. So it was like I was reading it for the first time all over again. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. I relate to Kath so much, and this is more than just a plain romance contemporary book. It really talks about family and friendship, but also romance and fan fiction. It's great, and if you have not read it, definitely read it. It's my favorite Rainbow Rowell book by far, but she is just a fantastic writer, so all of her other books are good too, but this one is the best. So those are all of the books that I read in September and October. I know it's not a lot, but I'm happy that I did make some time to read something over the past couple of months. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep an eye out for an upcoming November TBR video coming to you soon. Bye!